It's time for Outdoors Bound with George and Olaf, sponsored by Lynchburg Arms and Indoor Shooting Range.
Outdoors Bound this morning, and we focus on the most popular freshwater sport fish in the United States. We're talking about the largemouth bass.
Now, the state of Virginia is out with its annual report on the top trophy largemouth lakes and streams here in the Commonwealth.
Our George Noliff tells us one local lake tops the list.
Yep, look at there, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, a giant. That is a absolute pig. That is a pig.
That video never gets old. We all dream of the day we can catch a giant hog largemouth like Lynchburg's David Dudley did on that day on the Major League Fishing Circuit.
Oh my gosh. I've never caught a double digit before.
Of course, knowing where more big bass are can significantly up your odds of making that dream come true. That's why the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources' new Trophy Largemouth Report can come in handy.
Really, this is just a reflection of the data that was entered through our online Virginia Angler Recognition Program last year in 2025. And so basically, we just looked at the top water bodies by total numbers of largemouth bass citations.
One heck of a bass.
VDWR considers any bass longer than 22 inches or weighing more than 8 pounds trophy sized. So which lake in Virginia is tops for big bucket mouths?
And so when we crunched the numbers and we looked at top water bodies by just sheer numbers of largemouth bass, Smith Mountain Lake turned out to be the number one for the data from 2025.
Is that any surprise?
No, there's a lot of nice bass come out of Smith Mountain Lake.
That's Michael Mills of Honey Hole Bait and Tackle in Salem. His business depends on keeping up on local fishing trends.
There's nice fish up there. There's a lot of tournaments up there, and it's a good, healthy fishery.
That thing jumped the first time? That was insane.
He's not alone. How about the pros? They fished Smith Mountain Lake last year during a Major League Fishing Tournament event, and they're saying the same thing.
Really astounded by this lake. It's got so many fish in it. Big ones, numbers, it's got everything you can hope for, largemouth and smallmouth, and it's such a pretty place to fish a tournament.
One reason Smith Mountain Lake is so good for big bass is it's stocked with F1 hybrid largemouths. That's a cross between a northern largemouth and a Florida strain largemouth. Those Florida strains are genetically predisposed to getting big, but that's not the only reason. The habitat's prime with plenty of structure and cover, and the forage base at Smith Mountain Lake consists of high nutrition dense species like blueback herring, alewives, and gizzard shad.
Lots to eat. You're not going hungry.
Add all of that to a top flight wildlife management program, and you have a trophy largemouth fishery that's been years in the making and set for the future.
We've seen a steady increase in the numbers of preferred sized largemouth bass in our sampling efforts on Smith Mountain Lake over the last 15 years, holding really steady since 2018. So, I mean, that impoundment's just doing fantastic from a largemouth bass perspective.
And that makes your chances better of doing this.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
How y'all doing, folks? Now, if you were wondering what the other lakes on the top 5 list are, I got them for you. Of course, Smith Mountain Lake is number 1. Lake Burton in Pittsylvania County, 2nd. The Chickahominy River near Jamestown is 3rd. Briery Creek Lake over by Farmville is 4th. And Chickahominy Lake, that's an impoundment in New Kent County of the Chickahominy River. That rounds out the top 5.
George, I feel like I've heard of all of these, and it's probably because you've fished most of them, if not all of them, right?
All but one, Lake Burton. I'm itching to give that one a try. So if anyone out there fishes Burton, doesn't mind me tagging along, I'm good for gas money, snacks, drinks, and of course, fish stories.
Of course. Sounds like fun. Thanks, George.